Well, I decided to come out here on one of my local lakes here to do a little bit of musky fishing for just a couple of hours. I'm trying to fight off a virus that I've been infected with for about the past 2 weeks. So that's why I sound kind of funny. And I'm not going to do too much talking because of how hard it is to kind of talk right now. It's a really nice day out here weather-wise though. Maybe too nice for the fish to bite, I don't know. It's supposed to get hot later on this afternoon though. I'm gonna plan on getting off the water by 11. Throwing the Booker Tail 700 right now in about 3 feet of water with weeds. Don't know if it's a musky or northern. I think it's a musky. It's fighting pretty hard. Yeah, it's a good size musky. That's a big one. That's a big musky. Yeah, that's a big one. He's not ready to come in yet. That's got to be over 40. Oh, man. Man. That's a pretty good size fish. Should be a pretty easy unhooking job with this Booker tail. It only has one treble hook. He is hooked really well though, right in the corner of the jaw. Looks like all 3 hooks are in there. I'm gonna put my glove on. He hit up here in about 3 feet of water in this weed patch right here. Drops off on 3 sides into deep water. Didn't have my camera running right away when he hit. There's about a 20-second delay from the time the camera started recording from after he hit. Oh, I can maybe get it right there. He's almost there he's unhooked. He unhooked himself, good. And now because it's just one treble hook here, it's easy to get this thing out of the net. First musky of the year, that's a good one too. Get the bump board nice and wet here. That'll really help protect the slime coating of the fish, so that when I release them, he won't get. We'll have a less chance of getting any type of sickness. I want this fish to grow up to be even bigger. Man, this thing's gotta be, that's a big fish. Pretty big, I mean. Oh, man. Oh, shoot. Get back here. Oh, man, it's strong. This thing is strong, man. Oh, man. Yeah, got a lot of fight in them still. Man, this thing goes 43.5 inches. 43.5. There he goes. Oh, that was a pretty big fish. He had all 3 hooks in his mouth, right in the corner of his mouth. So I'm gonna resharpen my hooks up here. Fish has a really tough, bony mouth. That's perfect hook placement though on that fish. Right in the corner of the mouth is really where you want to get them. But these hooks are sharp, but they after a fight like that though, after a hook up like that, they need to be resharpened. I usually don't resharpen my hooks if it's just a small little northern that I catch. But a 43-inch musky, that's a different story. I rechecked my my knot. It's looking good. I just retied it yesterday. I only took about 25 casts with it here this morning, so it'll be fine. So that fish that I just released, it did have a lot of energy with it, but I also am feeling pretty weak right now because of my virus that I'm battling. Some kind of bad cold virus I've been battling for the past 2 weeks. And water temperature 68 degrees right here. It's about 9:30 in the morning. And it's a moon phase also. There's a major feeding window at 10 a.m. scheduled for 10 a.m. So usually about a half hour before and a half hour after that major moon phase, or that major moon bite. I mean, that's usually when considered to be the time when the bite's going on. That's associated with the moon, I mean. So I just had a follow from about a 36-incher. He pulled off before he got right beside the boat, but I could see him out there about 2 rod lengths away from the boat, and he took off that way, where I just casted. So I'm gonna try out there, throw my spinnerbait out there. Throws out a different vibration in the water than that bucktail, single-bladed bucktail. So I got a little fish on here now. I don't know what it is. Probably a northern. Oh, it's a smallmouth bass. Look at that. Oh, that's a big bass. Well, pretty big. He's full of fight. I'm gonna try and wear him out a little bit here before I bring him up close to me, so that he has less energy when I'm trying to unhook him. That's a pretty big smallmouth. That's a Booker Tail 700 that he hit. Yeah, that's pretty big bass. Not giant. 16 inches. Cool little bonus. Well, I've been out here for about 2 hours now, and I'm feeling pretty weak because of the virus. So just gonna fish this one little spot right here and then call it a day. Alright, well, I'm battling this virus. I'm sick right now, so I'm gonna go back to my house and rest. I've only been out for about 2 hours. 2 hours of fishing though, musky fishing, and this is what I was throwing today, the Booker Tail 700. Some sort of fire tiger pattern there. There is some black on it though also. And I was throwing that on my Mojo Musky 9-foot medium heavy collapsible rod with my Daiwa Tatula 6.3, and I did throw this big tooth spinnerbait just a few times, just at that throwback that when I had a follow from about a 3-foot muskie, and I threw that back at the direction that fish went for just a few casts to see if he would bite it, but I never saw him again. But I was throwing that on my 7.5-foot heavy power Mojo Musky. That's my jerkbait rod, glider and jerkbait rod right there. I don't like bringing too many rods and tackle out in the boat with me if I don't have to, because it just gets in the way. I don't have a lot of storage area in my boat.